On Sunday, June 18th, 2023, a small watercraft or submersible about the size of a minivan named the Titan, which is designed to operate underwater and carries tourists to visit the wreck of the RMS Titanic, went missing after it began its journey into the depths of the Atlantic Ocean. The submersible was part of a week-long expedition organized by OceanGate Expeditions. Tourists pay $250,000 per person to join this adventure. According to OceanGate, passengers who board the small submersible get to witness the immense size of the RMS Titanic wreck. It is an incredible experience. Six people prepare for an incredible trip that most people only dream about, visiting the wreckage of the RMS Titanic, which is located approximately 370 miles off of Newfoundland in eastern Canada at a depth of about 12,500 feet or 3,800 meters below the surface of the ocean. Sunday, one person decides last minute to exit the dive. Attorney David Concannon says he must pull out of the mission to attend an urgent matter. 5 people now enter the submersible. Among the 5 people, Hamish Harding, a British businessman who previously paid for a space ride aboard the Blue Origin rocket last year. Pakistani energy and tech mogul Shanzada Dawood and his 19-year-old son, Suleiman Dawood. Famous French diver and Titanic expert Paul-Henri Narbelet, and OceanGate founder and CEO Stockton Rush. As the 5 anxious and excited people sat in the submarine and went over safety precautions, things seemed normal. They went over several checklists and had already sat through a daily briefing earlier that morning. The pilot of the submersible sat at the back next to 2 computer monitors and a PlayStation video game type Bluetooth controller that controls the entire submersible. The deck team took 17 bolts and sealed the crew inside, 1 bolt at a time, completely locking the inside of the submersible from air or water intrusion from the outside world. With the submersible secured to the launch and recovery platform, the dive crew flooded the ballast tanks and submerged the entire integrated dive system to a depth of 30 feet so that no surface waves would affect the launch. The pilot then disengaged the locking mechanism, and the submersible safely lifted off the platform and began its descent into the ocean. As the submersible dove deeper into the Atlantic, the crew waited to reach the destination patiently. On board the mothership, the Canadian research icebreaker Polar Prince, which was supporting the Titan, things seemed okay for around an hour and a half into the dive. At an hour and 45 minutes into the dive, the team aboard the Polar Prince called out to the Titan crew with no response. The team began to troubleshoot with the hopes that communication would quickly be restored, and this was only a glitch. Hours later, no communication was restored. The search began. The search covers an area about the size of the state of Connecticut. Authorities and the Coast Guard in the US and Canada have joined the search. Underwater noises were heard from a Canadian military surveillance aircraft, and a robotic vessel was sent to scour the region, but had so far yielded negative results. The Titan has less than 24 hours of oxygen left for the crew from their original 96-hour oxygen supply. Another concern is the electrical system. The temperature at 12,500 feet is around 34 degrees Fahrenheit, very cold, and it's pitch black. At these conditions, with an electrical failure, hypothermia is a great threat. Authorities speculate that the banging noises they heard could be a cry for help and an attempt at communication from the submersible crew. The Coast Guard pushes to get salvage equipment like a deep water lifting system to the scene in case they find the submersible. In an effort to find it quicker, this salvage equipment is designed to recover bulky sunken objects such as aircraft and small vessels that weigh up to 60,000 pounds. Additionally, 2 ROVs, or remotely operated vehicles, are currently searching for the submersible, with several more en route. Oxygen is running low.